Warriors, it is time to leave the Great Plateau and embark on the first main quest of the Breath of the Wildathon to reclaim the divine beast Vah Ruta. I'm very excited to be sharing the details of the next round of the readathon, which will be running from the 20th of September until the 20th of October. This round of the readathon is team-based, so during the month you'll be guided by one of the spirits of our 4 great champions along a path that will take you from the Great Plateau to the Divine Beast. I'm so excited to reveal who will be taking up the mantle of champion and joining us as co-hosts for this readathon. We have Joel of Fictional Fates joining us as champion Mifa, Maisie of Sleepy Wide Studios joining us as champion Derek, Blake of Blake the Book Eater will be our champion Rivali, and Rochelle of Reader Rochelle, who you might also recognize from the name of the book club, will be our champion Urbosa. Before you decide which champion you'll be following, you'll need to consider which perk and which path will best suit you. If you join Team Mifa, your perk will be that you can choose one book and it will count towards 2 separate challenges. If you join Team Derek, you can include a partially read book and it will still count towards one of the challenges. So say at the start of the readathon you've already read half of a book, you can finish it within the readathon and it will count. Or during the readathon you might decide to DNF a book halfway through and that will still count. If you join Team Rivali, instead of drawing a Blood Moon card, you can read any book you wish. I'll talk about Blood Moon cards in just a moment. And if you join Team Urbosa, you can swap out one of the challenges from your own path and swap it with a challenge from a different team's path. So you can swap out the Great Plateau, you can swap out your Blood Moon card or any of the location cards. Now for the challenges. So every warrior will begin at the Great Plateau and complete this challenge. The champions will then lead their team along 4 separate paths, each visiting 2 different locations on the map and each experiencing 1 blood moon. And then we will all come together once again for one final challenge and reclaim the divine beast Vah Ruta. You'll also see that there are 3 bonus challenges on the map. These are not necessary to reclaim the divine beast. However, if you do complete all 3 of these challenges, you will get a little bit of an advantage in future rounds. For those of you who did participate in the Great Plateau and completed all 5 rune challenges, you will have obtained the Glider perk. What this means is that you can complete the challenges on your path in any order that you wish. So without the Glider perk, you will be starting at the Great Plateau, then following your team's path until you end at the Divine Beast. So the reading challenges are as follows, and just remember as well that these can be quite flexible. Feel free to interpret these however you'd like, and I'd also recommend checking out the Discord as well. In the Discord we do have channels for all of the reading challenges, and for a lot of them we have a couple of suggestions of ways that you could interpret them as well. Our first communal challenge, which we'll all be doing, is the Great Plateau, and this is to read a book that is out of your comfort zone. So this could be a genre or a format that you don't typically read, even a book you've been hesitant to try for whatever reason. The second communal challenge is the Divine Beast Vah Ruta, and this is a buzzword for water. So read a book with water or any related word in the title. On all 4 paths you will find a blood moon prompt, and what this means is for this particular challenge you need to go to our random blood moon card generator over on the Breath of the Wildathon website and receive a random prompt. At the moment there are 10 different prompts that you could be given. You will see a button underneath that says draw again, and this is because if you don't like your challenge you might be able to draw a second card instead, but I'd recommend looking through the website to see if you could find any hidden Korok seeds. So the challenges for Team Mifa. First of all, you will be encountering a blood moon, so you'll have to use a random card generator to receive a prompt. Next, you will be visiting Wetland Stable, and this is to read a book with gothic vibes. Again, you can interpret this as loosely as you want. It could be elements included on the cover or in the title. It could be the general atmosphere of the book, the genre, whatever works. And your next prompt before reaching the Divine Beast is Zora's Domain, and this is to read a book that features sirens or mermaids. Team Derek. On your path, you will also be encountering a Blood Moon card before you reach Dueling Peaks Stable, and your challenge here is to read a sequel. The next challenge on your journey before reaching the Divine Beast is Kakariko Village, and for this one, you are to read a spooky book. Since the readathon creeps into October, and also in Kakariko Village, you can find pumpkins, fortified pumpkins. We thought this was a very suitable challenge. For those of you in Team Revali, first up you'll be visiting Bridge Hylia, and for this challenge you are to read a book where a character crosses between worlds. You can interpret this metaphorically or literally. Some suggestions could be a character that time travels. Any portal fantasies would work, or even a character that kind of stumbles across a magical or supernatural underbelly in like urban fantasies would also be a really good option. Your next location is Lorellan Village, and for here, take a gamble and read a 5-star prediction. And then next you have the Blood Moon card, so you'll need to use the random generator here again before you reach the Divine Beast. For Team Urbosa, your first location is Lakeside Stable. For this one, you are to read an adventure story. You'll then experience the Blood Moon and have to use the random card generator here before the next location, which is Hateno Ancient Tech Lab. And for this, you are to read a sci-fi novel. So those are all of the challenges. Every team will have 5 different reading challenges, and if you're feeling like it, you may decide to do some of the bonus challenges too. These include Dueling Peaks Tower, and for this one you can read a book that's centered around a rivalry or a competition. Weapon Connoisseur, which is one of the challenges from the game, and for this one you don't need to select a new book for this, but it will affect the rest of the books on your TBR. So this challenge is, for every book that you read, make it a different genre. You can include subgenres, of course. And then the third bonus challenge is Eventide Island, and this one is to read a book in one sitting. So that concludes all of the information about the different teams and the perks and the challenges. I did, however, want to take a moment to go through some of the frequently asked questions, and just to note that these are very general guidelines. We're not monitoring this, they're not strict guidelines, they're just ways to maybe give you a little bit of an extra challenge or make things a little bit more interesting. And the reason for this is, in a lot of cases, there are a few things that can be kind of circumnavigated by different perks that you either obtain through bonus challenges or from whatever team you decide to join. Can I continue reading a book I already started before the readathon starts? Technically, no. You should be starting and finishing the book within the duration of the readathon. The exception to this is, of course, if you have the perk from Team Darrick. Can I read one book for multiple prompts? Again, technically no. Only one challenge should be used per book, unless of course you are a part of Team Mifa and have that perk to use one book for 2 different challenges. I missed the Great Plateau mini round. Can I still participate in this main round for the Divine Beast Vah Ruta? Absolutely. The only thing that will affect this main round if you didn't participate in the Great Plateau is you won't have the glider perk. So if you did miss out on the mini round, you will have the opportunity to participate in the 2022 Great Plateau mini round, and you can obtain your glider perk there. Or if you wish, you could do the Great Plateau mini round in your own time ahead of this main round. What happens if I complete the 3 bonus challenges? So similar to the mini round, all of the bonus challenges are completely optional, but doing so will give you a perk. Now, they won't actually come into effect in this round of the readathon, so we do want to keep some surprises up our sleeve and won't be revealing yet what the perk will do, but it will be able to be used in the next mini round or main round of the readathon. What happens if I don't finish all of my challenges by the 20th of October? Completing all 5 challenges in this round will give you a bit of an advantage in the final round of the readathon, where we will be coming up against Calamity Ganon, but it's absolutely not necessary to technically complete any or all of the rounds within the Breath of the Wildathon. You can jump in and participate in any round you wish at any time. It doesn't matter if you missed out on previous rounds at all. But for those who are completionists and want to make use of that advantage in the future round, you can still complete the challenges in your own time. That's totally fine. So I think that's everything that I needed to mention. If you do have any more questions or need any clarification on anything, I'd recommend first taking a look at the FAQ page on the website or in the Discord server to see if we've already answered your question there. Otherwise, feel free to leave a comment down below. I hope you guys are excited about the upcoming round of the Breath of the Wildathon. I am very excited. I'm so thrilled to have some amazing co-hosts joining us, so please give them all a warm welcome. I look forward to seeing what books you're going to be reading for the readathon. Feel free to leave them down below. Chat about it in the Discord server, chat about it on social. I'm just very excited about it, and I can't wait for it to begin. So that's all that I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!